Yo! Happy Tuesday. I know I'm a little bit later today than I normally am, but I was tired. I was really tired. I slept. I was falling asleep at like 6 p.m. yesterday. It was like bad. Not 6 a.m., 6 p.m. And then I passed the fuck out. Okay, so today we're looking at Rhetoric, the Art of Persuasive Writing and Public Speaking. Don't look at the thumbnail, okay? I'm not fixing it. It's staying exactly the way it is. No, it's spelt wrong in the thumbnail. The title of the stream is fine. It's the thumbnail that's wrong. It's okay. It's okay. We accept our mistakes. And we embrace them as happy little accidents. Duh is very goblin coded. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm gonna be drinking later with Dapper, so that's gonna be good. And I'm finally gonna have like a proper amount of alcohol for a proper drinking stream with Dapper and and Tisdall Tuesday. So that's at 9 p.m. my time today, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Which I could be, but I don't think I am. I might be wrong. I'm wrong all the time. I think that's one of my favorite criticisms people have of me. By people, I mean people that don't like me. It seems to be a common criticism that, like, I think I'm super smart and I think I'm right all the time, and I'm, like, never correct myself if I get something wrong, but, like, I'm wrong, like, 90%. I'm wrong all the time. All the time! I just don't make a big deal about it. And I don't double down on stupid bullshit that I don't care about. So, like, learning how to be wrong is, like, actively a thing that people don't know how to be wrong. Like, it's not that big. It ain't that deep. It ain't that deep, my guy. What does this do? Oh. Appropriate. All right. Well, let's get started. The bunny suit is still there, so as we fill this up, we will get to bunny suit time, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about that at all. Okay, so, I don't know if we're gonna get to anatomy today, just because I was late today, so we're just gonna start with rhetoric. I was bred, born, and raised to be wrong. I invented being wrong. You were still in diapers. I was born in being wrong. Adopted by it. Raised in it. Alright, well, whatever. Let's get on. God, everything I do is stupid. I don't know, some people take themselves way too seriously. Okay, so, Rhetoric, the Art of Persuasive Writing and Public Speaking, begin your course today. Dear writers and speakers, thank you so much for your interest in this course. Our world is saturated with images and visual seductions, with photos, feature movies, and films online. They're immensely powerful. We all watch them, and so do I. You already said we. We all watch them, and so do I. I'm not getting I don't have a whole lot of faith in this course about writing. Yet, we still legislate with sentences and paragraphs, we debate with language, we worship with words, we teach by talking, and we conduct trials, town meetings, and neighborhood associations with dialogue and persuasion. You're about to begin study of a subject that is 2,500 years old and shows no signs of aging. It has lasted long because it's... Because it's effective, it works, it gets things done in the real world. 2,500 years? Is that right? I mean, I guess I have to assume that they're correct, but properly conceived rhetoric, which embraces both written, composition, and public speaking, Oxford comma, is not some hired gun, some way to persuade no matter what. Well... okay. It's a practice, both systematic and artful, that asks us to consider questions of value, of right or wrong, guilt or innocence, knowing or ignorance. Good writing and speaking prompts us to consider these questions through ethical and sincere self-awareness. not only of our own views, but also of the views of those with whom we might disagree, even if we disagree strongly. Good rhetoric lives in the civic bedrock of democracy and social discourse, in the foundations of any organization or society that wants to hear the views of all of its members in order to decide how to act. I hope you find this course valuable. I hope it adds to the skills, awareness, and enjoyment that you bring to whatever activity and careers you are pursuing. With warm best wishes, James Engel, Professor of English at Harvard University. Yay! Star course. Yay! Goes back to the Greeks. Rhetoric does, or like writing? Because like writing has been around longer than that, but I guess like classical debate is very Greek, right? That's a very Greek thing. But I mean, China? Has China not been doing that longer? I don't know. Maybe the course will teach me. Maybe I'll get more educated as we go. I guess that's the idea. Welcome! All I can think of... I'm sorry, I have to pull it up. Sorry, hold on. I gotta get a clip of this because it's gonna live in my brain. Hold on. Just give me a second. Please tell me this does it. Nah, this isn't it at all. I was really hoping I could find the audio clip of Professor Oak from Pokemon Snap. Welcome! Hello there! Oh, well, whatever. Okay, welcome! My name is Kent Hovind. This is my thesis. This course is an introduction to rhetoric, in particular the theory and practice of persuasive writing and speech. In it, you will learn to construct and defend effective arguments. This ability is essential to success in any academic, professional, or public setting. The online version is built around Harvard professor James Engel's on-campus course, Elements of Rhetoric. You will view video excerpts from the in-person course that corresponds to each online lesson. The full syllabus and lectures from the on-campus course are included in the final module. These are not required, but you are welcome to view and discuss them at any time. Classical rhetoric and rhetoric today, too, is divided into three types: judicial or forensic, deliberative or legislative, epidectic. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Oh, you guys want a super chat goal? What do you guys want for the super chat goal? Spice? More spice? 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 Question mark? There you go. Done. It's there. It's in there. Hello, welcome. Ceremonial or demonstrative. Judicial rhetoric means discussion of the past actions to evaluate whether or not it was just. Deliberative refers to rhetoric intended to persuade. Epidectic rhetoric is used to either celebrate or blame an individual. Eulogies, for example, would fall under that category. In this course, we will mainly be concerned with deliberative rhetoric. Okay, so if I'm understanding this correctly, online commentary tends to be judicial and deliberative, and not so much. Well, I mean, there's a lot of that, but not in the way that they're talking. The spice must flow. We will be using selected speeches from prominent Americans, including Martin Luther King Jr., John F. Kennedy, Margaret Chase Smith, Ronald Reagan, and more, to explore and analyze rhetorical structure and style. Through this analysis, you will discover how speakers and writers persuade an audience to adopt their point of view. James Engel, Professor of English and Professor of Comparative Literature, Harvard. Oh man, I haven't done a study like this in so long. I'm kind of excited for this. It's been so long. English was my major, and specifically like literature studies. So I'm It's been so long since I've had to, like, write a comparative essay for, like, one of my favorite ones that I wrote in high school was, I wrote a comparative essay between Sherlock Holmes and Arthur Conan Doyle versus, was it Margaret Atwood? And, what's his face? Pierre? Yes. What's the name of the main character that she writes about all the time? The frickin'... Am I stupid? Why am I dumb? Brain. Am I thinking of somebody else? Who am I thinking of? I mean, Margaret Atwood is... Who the hell am I thinking of? Am I wrong? Am I losing my mind? Am I crazy? I'm pretty sure there's a movie coming out soon. No, this is gonna drive me crazy. Hold on, I have to look this up. This is gonna drive me crazy. Agatha Christie! Fuck me! That's who I was thinking of. Jesus Christ. Agatha Christie. Good God, it's been so long. Jesus Christ. Brain, where are you? I am not okay. What's the name of the man that she writes about? The detective. Oh God. Those books were so good. Wait, she disappeared? What the fuck? Wait, hold on. 1962 disappearance. In August 1962, Archie asked Christie for a divorce. He had fallen in love with Nancy Neely, a friend of Major Belcher. Oh, that's an unfortunate last name. On the 3rd of December 1926, the pair quarreled after Archie announced his plans to spend the weekend with friends unaccompanied by his wife. Late that evening, Christie disappeared from their home in Sunningdale. The following morning, her car, a Morris Cowley, was discovered at Newlands Corner in Surrey, parked above a chalk quarry with an expired driver's license and clothes inside. It was feared that she might have drowned herself in the silent pool, a nearby beauty spot. The disappearance quickly became a news story. The press sought to satisfy their readers' hunger for sensation, disaster, and scandal. Home Secretary William Joynson Hicks pressured police, and the newspaper offered a £100 reward equivalent to £7,500 in 2023. More than 1,000 police officers, 15,000 volunteers, and several airplanes searched the rural landscape. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle gave a spirit medium one of Christie's gloves to find her. I love this woman so much. Oh my God. I like that her and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle were buddies. That's funny. Christie's disappearance made international headlines, including featuring on the front page of the New York Times. Despite the extensive manhunt, she was not found for another 10 days. On the 4th of December, the day after she went missing, it is now known she had tea in London and visited Harrods department store, where she marveled at the spectacle of the store's Christmas display. On the 14th of December 1926, she was located at Swan Hydropathic Hotel in Harrogate, Yorkshire, 184 miles, 296 kilometers north of her home in Sunningdale, registered as Miss Teresa Neely, whatever, the surname of her husband's lover, from Cape Town, South Africa. The next day, Christie left for her sister's residence at Abney Hill. she was sequestered in guarded hall, gates locked, telephone cut off, and collars turned away. Her autobiography makes no reference to the disappearance. 2 doctors diagnosed her with an unquestionable, genuine loss of memory, yet opinion remains divided over the reason for her disappearance. Some include her biographer Morgan, believe she disappeared during a fugue state. The author Jared Cade concluded that Christie planned the event to embarrass her husband, but did not anticipate the resulting public melodrama. Christie's biographer Laura Thompson provides an alternative view that Christie disappeared during a nervous breakdown, conscious of her actions but not in an emotional control of herself. Public reaction at the time was largely negative, supposing a publicity stunt or an attempt to frame her husband for murder. Oh my god! Queen! Hercule, yeah, that's his name. Poirot, right? That's the name of the character? Poirot. Poirot? P-O-I-R-O-T. Poirot. Anyway. Fucking love Agatha Christie. Man, it's been so long. I need to go back and read more. It's been a while. Alright, I'm done with my tangent of remembering Agatha Christie. Oh, man. So when I did, so Wikipedia wasn't allowed to be used when I was in school, so even when I was like studying literature, I did not get to know very much about her. I was more reading the book and writing a comparative essay between the two. So even though I was writing an essay between the two, I had like a comparative essay, I had no idea they even knew each other. That's crazy! Oh my god! Alright, anyway, I'm done being a literature nerd. As I proceed to do more of this. Okay, anyway. Since 1978, Jim Engel has taught at Harvard, chairing the Department of English from 2004 to 2010. He earlier chaired the degree program in history and literature, as well as the Department of Comparative Literature. He serves on the Committee of the Study of Religion and participates in the Harvard University Center for the Environment. He teaches literature, interdisciplinary courses with an economist and scientist, rhetoric, and environmental studies. His books include Creative Imagination in 1981, Forming the Critical Mind 1989, The Committed Word, Literature and Public Values 1999, and with Anthony Dangerfield, Saving Higher Education in the Age of Money in 2005, which won the 2007 Association of American Colleges and Universities Award for Best Book on Liberal Education. In 2008, he co-edited Environment, an interdisciplinary anthology. He has edited and co-edited other volumes, including Samuel Taylor Coleridge's Biographia Literaria, and in 2016, an illustrated edition of William Wordsworth's The Prelude. A fellow of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, and a senior fellow at the National Humanitarian Center of the United States. His websites are here and here. Do you guys want his websites? Sure, you know what? Take them. Take them! Here's website number 1, and here is I'm assuming I'm not gonna get quizzed on this guy's personal history. But, like, that's Fitzgerald Climate Talk 6 years ago. I think this is kind of interesting. Are these, like, videos? Like, if I click on one of these, where's this gonna go? Oh, yeah, it's just a video. I mean, that's neato. So if you want to see more of his stuff, there you go. Venmo. Vimeo. Zell for 5 said, for the cause, for the spice, for the spice, and for the bunny suit. Boom. Samuel Diener, teaching fellow at Harvard University. Samuel is a PhD candidate at the university. Sorry, at the English. Oh my god, at the English. Fuck. Samuel is a PhD candidate in English at Harvard University. and he teaches writing, poetry, and the history of English literature. His research focuses on 18th century culture and colonial history. At the moment, he is writing about tales of maritime exploration and the ways that readers read their travel books. We did it. Introduce yourself. Uh-oh, guys. Please take a moment to introduce yourself to your fellow online learners. Briefly describe your background and what you hope to learn from this course. Hello, my name is Jeff. No pun intended. What? No. You can't make me. You can't make me participate with people. You can't make me do it. I'm not gonna do it. Can that go away? Oh, there we go. That's better. Nice. Getting started. Are you new to Education X? Click this button to get a tour. No, I know. Please take 15 minutes to read the course syllabus from the syllabus tab. The syllabus has useful information about course logistics, due dates, terminology, and policies about grading and collaboration. It also has an overview of the course topics and our objectives. There will be a quiz later. Then move on to the next page. Note, this is a self-paced course. You may post and respond to questions on the community board on the discussions page. If you have general questions, contact Harvard X. Okay. Welcome, new to edX. Whether you're new to edX or looking for a refresher on how to use it, welcome. If this is your first edX class, we strongly recommend you take a short course to get orientated. No. Teach you how to do homework problems. Doing homework. Guys. I feel dumb. I feel dumb and I don't know if it's me. Is it me? It's probably me. The basics. All problems in this course are worth a certain number of points. You can see this at the top of each question. Once you attempt the question, it will show how many points you have earned. Use the submit button to submit your answer. Most problems have a limited number of attempts. A simple true-false problem will only have one attempt allowed. Harder problems may allow more. Some problems have hints. Yeah, last time you guys gave me a hint, you screwed me over. That will try to help you understand the concept and answer the question. You are not penalized when you ask for a hint. Not all problems have hints. The problems in this section are just for practice. They are worth 0 points and allow an unlimited number of attempts. In other sections of the course, you will see point value listed on each problem along with a number of attempts. Go to the next page to try out some simple problems. Basic problem, multiple choice. This is a 1 point, ungraded. This is a multiple choice problem. You will choose just one response, receiving credit for the right answer. Select a vowel. Okay. Boop. Yay! Oh, hint. Hint. There are 2 correct answers. Show answer. A, E, I, or U are vowels in the English language. Y is sometimes a value. Answers are displayed within the problem. Okay. What's happening? Checkboxes. This is a checkbox problem, also known as a check all that apply problem. You will choose all the correct responses, receiving full credit only if you select all of them and none of the incorrect answers. This problem also allows for partial credit. It uses a scheme called Every Decision Counts. Which is the standard scheme of the course. Each choice is worth an equal amount of the total credit, 20% in this case. Try answering the question different ways to see how partial credit works. Which of the following are vowels? Select all that apply. Okay, so what if I pick A, B, and E? Partial credit. What if I only select A? Oh, what if I select A, E, and C? I get this. What? I get more for select. Okay, whatever. All right. Anyway, boom, we're done. Part 1. It's a syllabus quiz. I haven't even seen the syllabus yet. It didn't send me there. Okay, hold on. Okay, no, we're going in the right order. Everything's in. We're okay. Syllabus quiz part 1. Now that you know how to answer edX questions, it's time for your first quiz. Below are some quick questions to make sure you understood the most important highlights from our syllabus. This should be very easy. All of the information can be found on the syllabus. The syllabus quiz might seem a little silly. Well, I guess at least they're self-aware. I'm fine with this. I don't mind this. I don't mind this at all. But we need to read the syllabus first. I'm more finding this silly that it didn't give us a link to the syllabus before this. But that's okay, it's okay. Course overview. This course is an introduction to the theory and practice of rhetoric. In it, participants will learn to construct and defend effective arguments in writing and speech. This ability is essential for success in any academic, professional, and public setting. We will be using... I read this. Through the analysis, learners will see how speakers and writers persuade an audience to adopt their point of view. We are living through a contentious time in world events, such as it is imperative that all citizens learn how to make an argument and analyze the arguments of others. This ability can help individuals to engage in civil discourse and lead to positive change in society. But persuasive speech is not confined to the realm of politics. Anyone who wishes to convey his or her message to an audience will benefit from this skill. The course is built around video experts from... maybe we did read this. What the fuck? Excerpts from lectures from Harvard professor James Ingles' on-campus course, Elements of Rhetoric. In addition to the video, text annotations and assessment tools will help learners analyze the rhetorical structure and style of the featured speeches. The online course will cover seven of the speeches discussed in the on-campus class. The structure of the online version differs from that of the in-person course. You may hear Professor Ingle refer in the videos to a topic we have already covered or have yet to cover. In this case, do not worry. You will only be assessed on concepts covered in that specific module. If you wish to view the full lectures, you can find them in Module 7 full video lectures. Viewing the full lecture is optional and can be done before, during, or after the course. Throughout the course, learners will apply the rhetorical techniques they have studied. They will draft and critique their own writing, and in cases of ID-verified IDV learners, the writing of their peers. As a final assignment, learners will write and deliver a speech to a friend, family member, or public group. IDV learners will collect feedback from their audience and submit it in the form of a survey. Oh boy! Course outline, Module 1, Introduction to Rhetoric. Module 2, Civil Rights, Martin Luther King. Module 3, Gun Control, Sarah Brady and Carlton Heston. I mean, at least it's not Charlie Kirk. Do you think Charlie Kirk would one day be in one of these courses? As, like, an example of, like, effective rhetoric? I don't know. I don't know. Module 4, Introduction to Oratory. Module 5, The Red Scare, Joseph McCarthy and Margaret Chase Smith. Module 6, Presidential Rhetoric, John F. Kennedy and Ronald Reagan. Module 7, Conclusion. Module 8, Full Lectures Optional. Rating and certification. Please note that only ID-verified learners, those who have paid to pursue a certificate, will be graded. All learners will have access to the discussion boards, quizzes, and assignment drafts. ID-verified learners will be able to submit their final drafts and speech feedback survey for credit. This course has 3 graded assignments: the op-ed final draft, the speech final draft, and the speech feedback survey. Different students may see different versions of certain questions or see them in different locations. Op-ed final draft is 45% of the final grade. A short article, 3,600 words, expressing the learner's support or opposition to a proposal, idea, or policy. This assignment is self-graded according to the rubric provided. If you wish, you may share your op-ed on the discussion board. If you do not wish to be identified on the discussion board, you may choose to post anonymously. Well, I mean, I guess I can let you guys grade me. How do you feel about that? We're gonna, it's okay. It's okay. We'll figure it out. Final speech draft, 45% of the final grade. A short speech, no more than 5 minutes, expressing the learner's support or opposition to a proposal, idea, or policy. This assignment is peer graded according to the rubric provided. Peers who are reviewing your speech through the peer review tool will not see your username or any other identifying information. If you wish, you may share your speech on the discussion board. If you do not wish to be identified on the discussion board, you may choose to post anonymously. Speech feedback survey, 10% of the final grade. Learners will be asked to present their speech to an audience. This can be the intended audience, a friend or family member, or organization such as a debate club or a Toastmasters group. I'm sorry? Whomst? Whomst is Toastmasters? What is this? What? Express yourself better. Practice skills you need to communicate. What the fuck is this? What? What? Huh? Okay. Before the presentation, they will give one or more audience members a feedback form to fill out. Learners will then return to the platform to answer a survey based on that feedback. Answer all survey questions to receive full credit. Note that for quiz questions ungraded, you will see the answer after you used up your attempts or when you get the answer correct. Wait, hold on. 45 plus 45 is 90 plus 10. So then what do the points matter for the quizzes? All of my credit is inside of these projects. So who cares about the quizzes and the quiz points? They're not worth anything. 2 bun buns out of 3 bears? That's pretty good. Alright, well, whatever. Passing the course and certification. The passing grade for this course is a 65%, using the weights above. Alright. If you register for a verified certificate and your score is 65 or above, you will receive the certificate in electronic form. They are not mailed to you. Instead, you can generate them on your progress page. Okay. Guidelines for collaboration. We encourage class, yeah, if this thing gets filled, I'll probably get the verified. So you get a bunny suit and I get a certificate. That's how that works. We encourage class participants to collaborate on assignments. See, look, it's fine. We're allowed to collaborate. But be sure you learn how to do the assignments yourself. It is okay to discuss your work jointly to develop a general approach to an assignment. It is okay to get hints from peers or course staff if you get stuck on an assignment. You should work out the details of the assignment yourself. It is not okay to copy someone else's submission. Honor Code. HarvardX requires individuals who enroll in this course on edX to abide by the terms of the edX Honor Code. HarvardX will take appropriate corrective action in response to violations of the edX Honor Code, which may include dismissal from the HarvardX course, revocation of any certificates received at the HarvardX course, or other remedies as circumstances warrant. No refunds will be issued in the case of corrective actions for such violation. Enrollees who are taking HarvardX courses as part of another program will also be governed by the academics policies of those programs. Discussion forums. Do you accept bottle caps as a form of legal tenure? Does Harvard? Because if yes, then sure. A bun feeds no bears. Ninjester for 5, thank you, greatly appreciated. We just add that into our totals here. Let's go. We're that much closer. That much closer. We encourage you to use the course discussion forum. It has many uses and will prompt you to participate throughout the course. I don't want to. If there is anything you guys may or may not have learned about me throughout watching me take these, it's that the main reason I do not go back to school, like a regular school, is because I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to do group projects. Some good uses of the discussion forum: asking questions about the course content and assignments, collaborating appropriately on assignments, starting discussions related to course content, commenting on course content, including giving the instructors feedback, disagreeing with us, or suggesting improvements. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. All the time, people are like, yeah, tell us what you think, and then I tell them what I think, and then they get mad at me. Our discussion forum guidelines: be polite and encouraging. Work together and work independently. Post hints rather than answers. If you're not sure where to draw the line, follow the collaboration guidelines. You can and should discuss questions, consider possibilities, and ask for hints. You should not request or give out answers. Use your vote. If you disagree with what someone says, don't write a post, just click the plus button. Oh, if you agree. You can find more help on the edX support page here, and further help, you can contact them directly with your questions here. Non-discrimination and anti-harassment statement. Harvard University and HarvardX are committed to maintaining a safe and healthy educational and work environment in which no member of the community is excluded from participating in, denied the benefits of, or subjected to discrimination or harassment in our program. All members of the HarvardX community are expected to abide by Harvard's policies and non-discrimination, including sexual harassment and the edX terms of service. Particularly in this course where you will be sharing strong opinions, please be sure to respect the opinions of others. Feel free to respectfully point out gaps in your fellow learners' arguments in order to help them strengthen those arguments. But remember to focus your feedback on the rhetorical technique regardless of whether you share their point of view. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact HarvardX at harvard.edu and or report your experience through HarvardX contact forum. Class. This is a class on how to effectively communicate. We will prompt you to communicate. Chesh. No, furthermore, fuck off. Fuck no. Fuck no. Yes. Somebody understands me. I feel seen. By registering... By registering as an online learner in our open online courses, you are also participating in research intended to enhance HarvardX instructional offerings, as well as the quality of learning and related science worldwide. In the interest of research, you may be exposed to some variations in the course material. Oh, okay. HarvardX, the internet has ruined me. HarvardX does not use learner data for any purposes beyond Harvard's stated missions of education and research. For purposes of research, we may share information we collect from online learning activities, including personally identifiable information, with researchers beyond Harvard. However, your personal identifiable information will only be shared as permitted by applicable law, will be limited to what is necessary to perform the research, and will be subject to an agreement to protect the data. We may also share with public or third-party aggregated information that does not personally identify you. Similarly, any research findings will be reported at the aggregate level and will not expose your personal identity. I'm doing this on a live stream, guys. I think my right to privacy has been waived. Oh my god, you got those feedback forms a few times? Oh, did you? One time I gave them a full write-up of the problems and all the problems and the problems have caused. And they spent 3 hours telling me the course was perfect, and none of the 11 Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's my life. That's my life in a nutshell. Here's the thing. Don't ask. Like, if you don't want answers, don't fucking ask the question. Don't waste my time. Telling me the course was perfect and none of the 11 people who'd started at the same time as me and not made through had been at all stressed by their poor communication and the changes to the course length, material, methods, and standards at all. Oh, yeah, okay. Sounds about right. The problem is all in your head. Please read the edX privacy policy for more information regarding the processing, transmission, and use of data collected through the edX program. You can find more about our research at the HarvardX Research Center. Should we look at the research center? Maybe later. I'll open it for now. Give me a privacy error. funny. Come on, that's just funny, right? Like, getting help. For any questions or comments not related to a specific in-module discussion, you may post to the Plus community discussion forum. For technical support, consult the edX support page. For further help, you can contact edX directly with your question. For all questions, please... Oh, so for all other questions, please contact HarvardX at harvard.edu. Okay, so we read through the syllabus. Okay, there's a table of contents there. I'm gonna go pee, and then we'll do the test. So I'll be back in a second. Okay. Alright, so we get our open book syllabus test now. Hoorah! Syllabus quiz introduction. Alright, now that you know how to answer EDX questions, it's time for your first quiz. Below are some quick questions to make sure you understood the most important highlights from our syllabus. This should be very easy. All of the information can be found on the syllabus. A syllabus quiz might seem a little silly, but reading the syllabus carefully will improve your course experience. Also, our course staff often spends a substantial amount of time answering questions where the answer is in the syllabus. Fair enough. We're always happy to help, but hopefully this quiz will help you know the most important information before starting the course. Unlike the practice problems, the quiz is graded, so do your best. But the grade for this doesn't matter, according to the syllabus. Whatever. Collaboration, 1 possible point, ungraded, no hint. Which of the following are acceptable ways to collaborate? Select all that apply. Working jointly to develop an overall approach to an assignment. Having someone else write your op-ed or speech for you. Copy and pasting something you found online without attribution. Getting hints from peers if you are stuck. Alright, I'm gonna go with 1 and 4. Boom. Yay! Correct. I did it. Graded assignments. 1 point possible ungraded. Which of the following assignments types are graded for IDV learners? Select that all that apply. Well, quizzes aren't assignments. What? Which of the following assignment types are graded? Grading and certification. Please, op-ed, final draft, speech, final draft, and speech feedback. 3 graded assignments. Right? So, the op-ed assignment, the speech assignment, and I guess this is this supposed to be the speech presentation evaluation? I guess it's supposed to be the feedback survey? I think. No nuts during education, it's the law. Well, it's also no November, so. Peanut butter cookies in a juice box? Ooh. I don't have any cookies. I'm all out of biscuits. All out of cookies. No cookies for me. I'm thinking about making Rice Krispie Squares. Would you guys like to join me for making Rice Krispie Squares? I can do that today. I think I have the stuff for Rice Krispie Squares today. You watch me get exhausted from stirring marshmallows and Rice Krispies? Okay, I think this is right. Question had an implicit assumption. Yeah, I guess. Yay, I did it! Okay. Navigating from page to page. 1 point. Peanut butter is made of nuts, so you lost. Ow. I haven't eaten any peanut butter this month. I have peanut butter, but I haven't eaten any of it this month. It's also the peanut kind. Like, it's the crunchy kind. Pick more exotic cereal than Rice Krispies. So make Rice Krispie Squares, but with, like, Lucky Charms or honeycombs. Would they work with honeycombs? I feel like honeycombs would just dissolve. Frosted Flakes might work. But I like Rice Krispies! Alright. I'm not supposed to be buying Rice Krispies anyway. I made an exception because they're American. Navigating from page to page. 1 point possible ungraded. EDX courses have many parts to them. You can find page links at the top of the site, sections and subsections in the left-hand navigation, and the support button on the far left of your window. Some subsections, like this one, also have multiple pages. Where can you find the links that take you to these pages? Ribbon, via the buttons in the ribbon at the top of the page, via the left-right arrows in the ribbon at the top of the page, via the left-right arrows at the bottom of the page, via links in the course that take you to a specific page. What? Course. Honor code. Courses. I mean, there's this. What? I didn't read anything about that. There's nothing in the syllabus about navigating this shit. What the hell are they talking about? Am I crazy? Like, there's this, right? And then you can, like, click these things. I mean, I'm not going to, because if I click this, it's gonna fuck me up. I can put a fucking thing here. There's progress, dates, discussion, syllabus, related courses, glossary, biography, and, like, FAQ, right? Which is the... I'm guessing this is the ribbon at the top, but look, there's, like, sections here. So, I mean, the answer has to be this thing. But, like, I don't see what... if I click this, it's gonna take me here. Okay, and if I click, like, discussion... Ew, I never want to be here. Glossary, related courses. Like, that doesn't actually help me navigate. Progress, I guess? I go to progress, does it... but I can't even use this because I haven't paid for it. Alright, back to the quiz. What? Okay, so via the buttons, the ribbon at the top of the page. Left, right arrows at the top. No. Left, right arrows at the bottom of the page. Via links in the course that take you to a specific page. Wait, hold on. Some subsections like this one have multiple pages. Where can you find links that take you to these pages? The thing on the left. This thing. This whatever. What is this called? This. I feel like I'm going crazy. I mean, this... Yeah, well, hint. What's the hint? Look for these options and try them out. Didn't I just do that? Next hint. Checkbox style problems like this one can have any number of correct answers. Yeah, thanks! Oh my god, useless. What do you mean? The ribbon at the top of the page. Here's my problem. This navigating is not in the syllabus. Nowhere in the syllabus does it tell you how to do that. It does tell you that you can find them in Module 7, full-length lectures. Am I stupid? Am I dumb? Blah 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 audience blah 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 course outline blah blah blah, and like none of these are links, by the way. Blah 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 blah. Like, I'm not crazy, right? The answer is yes, obviously. Okay, yeah, because I'm crazy. Yeah, okay, like, listen, but there's nothing in this syllabus that tells you how to navigate the site. Like, am I blind? Like, it's not there. Right? I read this whole thing out loud, and it doesn't say anything about that. I hate it when they do this. Man, no, this drives me crazy, man. But when fucking somebody does a lecture or they do a unit, and then they're like, don't worry, everything that's in the quiz is in the unit, and then they give you a quiz, and there's shit in the quiz that wasn't in the unit. This is the trophy gallery from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. So yes, Smitty, yes. Smash Brothers elevator music. Correct. Is the word ribbon even on this fucking page? Hold on. The word ribbon isn't even on this fucking page. You fucking asked me a question about some subsections like this one have multiple pages where you can find links to where can you find links to take those to those pages? But what about the word buttons? Button. That's not... Nope, not that. What if I use the word page? Page. Page, support page, progress page. None of the above. What the fuck? Butt on. I'm trying really hard. What are we supposed to do with this? What are we supposed to do? The ribbon is the green line at the top. What green line at the top? This? I think this is the ribbon. I think this is what they're talking about when they talk about the ribbon, right? It's this thing. I had a worse experience in university once. Professor refused to wear my special device so I can hear them from whenever I am sitting in the lecture room. It was supposed to be like 3 out of 12 lectures. Ew. I need to chill. I can't calm down. I'm freaking out. From that professor, come exam time, more than 70% of the exam was those 3 lectures. Oh, that's ass. That's 7 asses. Okay, so you can navigate from the buttons at the ribbon at the top of the page, right? You can navigate the left and right arrows in the ribbon. Wait, is there left and right arrows? No. There isn't even left or there's these, but that's not in no, it's not. That's not a thing that exists. Via the left-right arrows at the bottom of the page, yeah, I guess. Via links in the course that take you to a specific page. I mean, I guess. This is my guess. This is the best I got. Cause I don't like, how is this whole fucking table of contents not the obvious way to be doing? Like, look at this. How is this not the answer? I don't understand. These. You think it's all of them? Fine. We're just gonna select everything. What the fuck? You fucking God fucking... I hate you already. I hate you so goddamn much. I'm so mad. Oh my fucking god. This is really not... Okay, fine, whatever. I win. Fuck. Oh, aced it. 100%. Let's go. Apparently you signed up to be an alpha tester for their menu system. How's your UI? Not great. Could be worse. Syllabus Part 2. Certificates. 1 point possible ungraded. If you pass this course and pay for a verified certificate, where will you get your certificate? Email. And in its... Well, email. Right? That's what it said? Let me double check. All learners will have access to discussion board, blah, 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 blah. If you register for a verified certificate and score 65% or above, you will receive your certificate in electronic form. Instead, you can generate them on your progress page. So I guess it's the dashboard, technically. Because, like, the dashboard is what has that. Why is this off-center like this? What, is it fucking with me? I'm pretty sure it's fucking with... What are you doing here? Go away! God, there we go. God, it's fucking cursed, man. You won, but at what cost? I'm losing my sanity. So, technically you get it from your progressive page, and then you get it emailed to you, but, like... Okay! I'm losing my mind. There's no help for me, Borg, but I appreciate the thought. Where can IDV learners... I almost said IDF. Where can IDV learners find their grades? On the progress page? Okay, deadlines. When are the deadlines for your work in this... When are the deadlines for your course in this work? There are no assignments in this course. Every Sunday night at 11:30 UTC. By the time the course closes, though we recommend you submit the peer-graded speech assignment at least 1 month before the... Where the fuck was that? I mean, I guess I'm using my grading to submit their final drafts and speech survey for credit. Different students may see different versions of questions. Blah 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 blah. It doesn't say. I'm gonna guess it's this, but yay! I'm using my common sense to answer these more than actually the syllabus. Correct, you may complete the assignment at any time before the course closes. However, if you wait too long... That's the wrong two. To submit your peer-graded speech assignment, you may not receive a grade because there is no time for anyone to grade you. Therefore, we recommend you submit all work at least 1 month before the end of the course. Boom. We did it. When does this course close? Can I see that? Related courses FAQs. Maybe it's in the FAQ. New participants are welcome as long as the course has opened. You can begin once you enroll. How do I navigate? Oh, maybe I should have checked the FAQ. How long do I have? Principles, do's, don'ts. Yeah, I don't care about any of this. What's this? Is it in here? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, you're not gonna tell me? You're not gonna tell me? God, rude. Dates. Oh, hold on. Dates. I found a date thing. Important dates. We built a suggested schedule to help you stay on track, but don't worry, it's flexible. Enrollment date. Today. Speech feedback, share your message. December 18th, so that's next week. Audit access expires December 30th. May? You are still eligible to upgrade. Open response submission. Okay, whatever. This doesn't do anything for me. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, anyway. Learning goals. By the end of this course, you will be able to do the following. Define the term rhetoric. Do you guys understand why I'm so bad at school? Have you figured it out yet? Have you guys audited that? Have you guys got me pegged? Have you got me figured out? Good fucking lord. Define the term rhetoric and describe the origins and evolution of rhetorical practice. A list a variety of rhetorical devices used in writing and speaking. Explain why writers and speakers employ these devices. Identify an author's argument and evidence used to support that argument. Differentiate between an author's argument and a rhetorical technique. Write an opinion editorial intended to persuade an audience to adopt a particular point of view. Write and deliver a speech intended to persuade an audience to adopt a particular point of view. Rationale. Why should, who should, why should, who should, when should, I can't fucking, I'm out of here, man. My brain is definitively not today. You know, at least we're not, can we actually take what we learned from this course and grade the other course talking about Jon Snow so much? Like, maybe? This course is for anyone who wants to persuade a person or group to do, feel, or believe in something. Nobody tell Mika I'm doing this, by the way. She's gonna freak out. She'll just be like, what the fuck? It will change how you create and understand arguments. It is not just for lawyers and politicians, but marketers, entrepreneurs, and all producers and consumers of information. Learning and practicing these skills will help you to reach your communication goal. This will serve you in many areas of your life, whether you wish to run a campaign, propose a project at work, or win a debate at the dinner table. Please do not recommend people do this, because it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad for everybody involved. Happy Thanksgiving, it's debate time. I think that would be really, really fun, actually. I think it'd be really, really fun to have like a bunch of just a bunch of concepts and topics in a hat and like after at the beginning of or near the like midway through dinner you hit a fucking bell, everybody pulls fucking one of the things out of the hat and everybody just around the table starts discussing whatever's on the piece of paper. That would be a lot of fun. That'd be a fun game. Why is it important? Rhetoric has inspired people to do great things and terrible things. Knowing how to read an argument will help you to evaluate its logic apart from its emotional appeal. It will help you to make better decisions. And learning to build a strong argument will help you to advocate more effectively for the cause you believe in. Finally, this course offers a space in which to engage in civil discourse. We encourage you to be passionate about your opinions while at the same time respecting those whose beliefs may differ from yours. But what if I just take my arguments to Twitter? How will I learn? This course will help you improve your writing and speaking skills in 2 ways. By analyzing the speeches of prominent Americans to learn how they structure their arguments and employ rhetorical techniques, by giving you the chance to try out these techniques on your own. At the same time, you will gain insight to several pivotal moments in American history. Alright, maybe it's because I'm not from the United States, right? I'm not a US citizen. I feel like maybe the American-centric fucking focus could be eased up on a little bit and maybe look at some stuff from other people around the world. But again, this is just like the online course, not the full fucking thing. Yeah, they should take example from non-Americans. I think maybe, like, have Americans, but maybe throw, like, 1 or 2 non-Americans in there. It might be a good idea. I don't know, maybe... They did ask me what I thought. Me and Feline are saying the exact same thing. Course overview. Module, Introduction to Rhetoric, History of Rhetoric, Rhetorical Structure and Style. Module 2, Civil Rights. We read all this already. Why isn't the American college focusing on Canada more? I mean, I don't know if I would pick Canada. It might not be a bad idea to pick Canada because we're so closely related. I think looking at the campaign that was in the 2024-2025 campaign with Trump, and then looking at Carney and Polyev would be an interesting comparative thing, but I don't know if looking at the rhetorical style and speeches I think would be interesting, but also from like a political science. But that's so recent that I wouldn't imagine it being like part of this course, right? Not right now, like maybe in a couple of years, but I mean, taking prominent civil rights figures from other places or other speeches done. Like, I feel like you could shove one in here, right? We got Martin Luther King, Sarah Brady, and Charlton Heston. Introduction to Oratory, Red Scare, Joseph McCarthy. Like, I feel like you could shove, like, one not American option in here. It doesn't have to be Canadian, though. I wouldn't expect it to be Canadian, to be honest. Maybe like Winston Churchill. Persuade Dapper to give me all of the super chats for a month. No, I would never do that. Stick in Mustache Man? You could stick in Mustache Man if you wanted, yeah. Please take our survey below. It will allow our teaching team to better know our learners, serve them better as the course runs, and to improve future versions for the course. My critique, by the way, isn't for me. I don't think it would benefit me for them to use other people, right? Or other countries. I think it would benefit Americans for them to choose other thing. Welcome to the online course from Harvard University. For us to offer the best course experience possible, we'd like to ask you to answer a few questions about yourself. Whether you are just browsing or you are determined to complete the entire course, the more we know about you, the better we can serve all students in this course. There are no right or wrong answers or responses, and your honest feedback is very important to us. After reading the consent document below, you may click the next button. General information. Participation involuntary. All survey responses are voluntary. Students can skip Any question at any time, and responses have no effect on the assessment. What's the purpose of the research? We're interested in learning more about our participants' backgrounds, interests, and motivations, and encouraging engagement with the course, so we can do the best possible job designing, evaluating, and refining this course. With this research, we will understand how best to encourage engagement with online education. How will I take part in this research? Your participation will be for the duration of this course. What can I expect to take part if I take part in this research? As a participant, you'll be provided with questions about yourself and others. Okay, yeah, it's fine. What are the risks and discomforts? I don't care. How many online courses have you completed in the past? 3! Where did you find about this course? I don't know. What made you decide to take this course? Select all that apply. Advance my career, fulfill a requirement, understand my world, I want to learn a skill, I want to improve my own teaching, I want to improve my English skills, I want to make someone proud, I just want to have fun. Yeah, okay. I'm here for the memes. I just want to have fun. I'm just here for the memes. What what do you plan to do in this course? Yes. No. I'm not going to participate in the discussions. Don't talk to me. You Are you teaching or planning to teach others using the materials from this course? Guys? Do you count? Does you going through this with me count as me teaching you? I'm making you proud. Aw, thanks. Yes. I'm teaching. All right, next. More questions. What is your current employment status? Other. Why did you decide to learn about this topic online rather than in person? Confidence. I would not feel confident in an in-person class. Geographical. The nearest school is too far away. Scheduling. I cannot make time for regular classes. Learning difficulty. I have a hard time learning in in-person classes. Financial. All of the above. Actually, my confidence is fine. I'm fine with this. I actually don't have that hard of a problem, like hard of a time learning in person. I just hate people. Anyway. YouTubering isn't a real job like bartending. Art is, though. Thank you for your responses. I think you're very okay. Okay. Congratulations. Thanks. We always count? Okay, yeah, fair. Goblins just want to have fun. Yeah, it's true. I'm gonna be honest, I'm paying more attention to the Mario lounge music. Are you that far away from the nearest school? For Harvard? Yes. I am not very close to the nearest Harvard. Real reason, because Jester asked nicely. Module 1, Introduction to Rhetoric. By the end of this module, you'll be able to do the following. Define the term rhetoric. Articulate the importance of effective communication. Summarize the history of rhetorical study from the ancient Greeks to modern day. Identify the parts of a discourse. Define the 3 modes of appeal. Identify tropes and schemes and explain their use in composition. Choose a topic and brainstorm ideas from the op-ed assignment. I think I can do some of those things already, so I guess we'll see how good I am at them, won't we? Stop with the pop-up. Okay, I have a critique, alright? I have a critique. Could you please stop having that fucking thing pop up every goddamn time? Could you stop with that? I get it, I understand, and I understand why the pop-up needs to exist, but could it fuck off? Good God. Alright, learning by example. In this course, you will examine speeches by prominent 20th century Americans that highlight the elements and practice of rhetoric. A look at the most successful speeches and pieces of writing in history will show that behind their polished prose, elegant logic, and smooth delivery lies a highly developed craft of composition and the labor of careful revision. Before we begin, think about your own experience. Who are some speakers you admire? Pick 3 speakers you admire and write their names below. Then, in the discussion that follows, explain one or more of your choices. Which of his or her speeches and phrases do you find particularly memorable and why? Include a link to a text copy or video of the speech if available. Feel free to respond to your classmates' comments. You may post responses anonymously. Okay. Yeah, I can wait. What do you, what? Yeah, it's cool, I'm waiting. I'm getting a link. People don't have a good logic or ideas to exercise rhetoric. Oh, don't have to have? Correct. Alright, so the first one I'm putting in is George Carlin. George Carlin. And here's a link to George Carlin. Here's the link that I picked. Who else do I think is a good speaker? They're all gonna be fucking comedians. Should I put Steve? Oh wait, let's put Dapper. Let's put Dapper Dinosaur. Dapper Dinosaur. And then, should we pick his debate with Kent Hovind? Doom Guy Master Chief. Because they shut the fuck up and get on with it. Yeah, the Doom Guy. Craig, yeah, we could add Craig too. Dapper versus Kent. Birds Are Dinosaurs audio remaster. Yeah. Our Birds Dinosaurs debate with Kent Hovind. Let's just do the one with, let's do this one with the audio remaster. Dapper Dinosaur. Our Birds Dinosaurs debate. Yeah, we'll put that one in. That's a good one. That's a shit link. Can we get a cleaner link? Why is that link shit? Ugly. That's better. Gabriel Iglesias. I don't actually like him that much. Castlevania 2. Should I take Aaron from Game Grumps and put like an episode of Sequelitis? Who's a good speaker? Why do I feel like I'm taking this too seriously? Does it have to be a speaker or a writer? Yes, it specifies a speaker. I don't know. I'm having trouble picking a third one. Alright, well, let's write some of our goobers in here. We have to write our reasoning, right? Witty and concise. That's not how you spell concise. Concise. Taking on topics that are universally relevant and questioning things that questioning status quo beyond his time. We'll go with that. Let's see. Dapper. Big brain, dino, do good, science against dumb, lying, dipshit. Am I getting in trouble? Oh, we need a last one. Oh, this the president's speech for Independence Day. Yo, that is a good one. Should I put myself? No, putting myself would be bad. Putting me. I'm great. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. I'm taking it a little bit seriously. Let's put Chris Shelton. Chris Shelton. And we'll put a link to Chris at YouTube. Why are you like this? There we go. Chris Shelton. I could link to Chris Shelton on my own. Let's do that. That's funnier. That's more amusing. I'm a fan. Boom, let's do that. Hell yeah. Boom. Oh god, what a shit link. Why are the links so bad? Why is this link so bad? Whatever, it's getting a shit link. I don't care. That's it. That's all I have for my giving a fuck. Does that actually have a dash at the end of it? What the friggity fuck? Okay. Whatever. It's fine. I fixed it. Oh, I'm gonna. Weaving multiple topics. And concepts together in a way that enables and encourages critical thinking about the connections between different social and different fields of study, including sociology, politics, and psychology. Save. What the fuck? What? Why does huh? Jesus with an accent. Lady Gaga, Jordan Peterson, Malcolm X twice, Jesus again, Charlie Kirk, Bertrand Russell, A Time for Choosing Ronald Reagan. Oh, my words were 0%. Was I supposed to be fucking... What? Did I just... Okay, are these things that other people have said, and like fucking the Apostle Paul is like, that's a guy that I think like there's a great speaker. Mark Cuban? Franklin Roosevelt? What is this? Okay, I guess damn. Alright, well. Okay. 0%. In the discussion forum, explain one or more of your choices from the word cloud activity. I got none of the above. I'm not... No. What 3 words that come to mind when you hear the word rhetoric? Enter your words below and click save. Scroll down. Okay. Go away. Word cloud, my impressions. Rhetoric? What do I think of when I think of rhetoric? Public relations. Manipulating oh wait. One word? 3 words that come to mind. Public relations is not one word. Manipulation. I spelled manipulation wrong. Argumentation. Philosophy. There we go. 3 words. Boom. 0! I'm nailing these guys. I'm bringing new ideas to the table. I'm bringing things nobody's thought of in their entire history of this fucking course. Jesus Christ. Guys. Guys. Am I doing it wrong? Gaslighting, bullshit, and grift. Yeah. Oh man, 1,175 words were submitted in total, and I got none of them. I'm the best. I'm winning. Argumentation. Get out of here. Art of argument. Some documents and speeches seem to capture the imagination of a nation or a culture. Their phrases are oft repeated, their logic invoked by entire political coalitions and social movements. You have almost certainly heard President Kennedy's famous speech, quote, "I ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country." Okay, so interestingly enough, I think the only time I've ever actually heard this phrase is as like a parody. Like I watched Clone High, and like nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys. Did you see what they did to the pool? They flipped the bitch. I don't think I've ever actually seen Kennedy's speech. If you went to an American high school, you may have had to memorize Abraham Lincoln's vow at Gettysburg that, quote, "The government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth." I've heard the "for the people, by the people" eagle. And if you have paid attention to US politics in the late 2010s, you certainly have heard the political mantra, quote, "Make America Great Again." Yeah, I've heard that. Though you may not know the 1980 Ronald Reagan speech it comes from. Why were these acts of oratory so powerful? Can we explain what made them so effective? And how can we improve our writing and speaking so that it will influence the people who read or hear it? For more than 2 millennia, thinkers and writers have attempted to answer these questions. Their ideas and their concrete suggestions. Thinkers and you mean philosophy? That's philosophy! How the fuck? Guys, why don't I do well in school? Because I think outside the box! Their ideas and their concrete suggestions have come to make up what the ancient Greeks called Rhetoric, the study of rhetoric, or what we might call the art of argument. How could I put argumentation and then the next thing is arguments and I didn't get 0% of people put argument? I'm crazy. That's what this comes down to. The power of persuasion. These days, rhetoric gets a bad name. We often hear phrases like, "that's just rhetoric," or "left-wing rhetoric," or "right-wing rhetoric." Many dismiss rhetoric as empty and meaningless or useful only to scholars and politicians. As we have seen, rhetoric can be any kind of persuasive writing or speech. Its use is not confined to law or politics. Sure. In fact, in the age of mass media, persuasive messages surround us. The study of rhetoric allows us to both make and interpret arguments. Far from meaningless or merely academic, rhetoric has a real effect on people's behavior. Words move us to action. They drive our decisions from what we buy to whom we elect to whether or not we go to war. That's kind of extreme, but yes. Short history of rhetoric. A short history of rhetoric. Before we begin, watch the following video to see if how the theory of practice and practice of rhetoric have evolved. A short history. How long is this? Okay, it's only 3 minutes. I thought it was gonna tell me here's a short history, and then it was gonna be like a 10-minute, 20-minute, 30-minute video. Okay, go. Tell me.
Today, when we hear the word rhetoric, we might think of it in modern terms, particularly in relation to politics. In fact, as long as we've been able, human beings have used speech to argue and persuade, with varying degrees of success. The Greeks were among the first to make a formal study of persuasive speech. After the establishment of democracy, decisions were no longer made by one all-powerful leader. Suddenly, in order to accomplish anything, you had to convince a whole bunch of people to vote for your idea. As a result, the ability to make speeches and persuade audiences became one of the most prized skills, and people who could teach public speaking were in high demand. One of the most famous of these was the philosopher Aristotle. He wrote,
"Oh, philosophy, you don't fucking say. I'm not crazy. You're all wrong. It was not me who was wrong. It's everyone else." God, this is the worst. Remember when I said that the only reason I'm doing this was for the memes and just so I can get an education to become the worst version of myself? We're watching this happen right now.
Wrote the most influential text on rhetoric in Western history, which is still used in classes today. The study of rhetoric was not just confined to Europe. Many cultures were developing the art and skill of persuasive speech, particularly in the Islamic world during the Middle Ages. Rhetoric experienced a rebirth in Europe during the Renaissance and Reformation. In England in the 17th and 18th centuries, dozens of treatises and textbooks of rhetoric were produced, and it formed a standard part of a grammar school and university education. Persuasive writing and oratory soon crossed the Atlantic to spur on the American Revolution. Rhetoric formed a key part of the education of statesmen and leaders whose words we still remember today, including those who had to teach themselves, like Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln.
Please insert memes about Hamilton here, thank you.
We're not wearing togas anymore, or powdered wigs.
Speak for yourself, not with that fucking attitude.
But in the age of mass media, the ability to communicate your message and to interpret the messages of others is more important than ever. This doesn't just apply to journalism or politics, and it doesn't mean arguing all the time. In fact, whether at work, in school, on social media, or around the kitchen table, we are constantly participating in civic discussion and finding ourselves in situations where it is important to articulate our thoughts. In this course, we'll be focusing on American examples, but the history of rhetoric is the history of all of us. The concepts you'll learn apply to every culture and every language. With enough practice, you too can become an accomplished rhetorician.
The word rhetorician, something about that word I do not like.
Let's get started.
Okay. Stop doing that. Pervasive persuasion. Persuasive speeches all around us in newspaper articles, advertisement, fundraising appeals, and more social media sites like Facebook are now common forms for people to express and defend their opinions. For this discussion, choose a piece of writing speech or speech meant to be persuasive, whether you agree with the author's opinion. Link to or cite the source. If it is a paid publication, you may wish to copy and paste some example text. If it is a social media post that is not public, make sure that you have the author's consent before using it, and do not share that user's name or photograph. What is it that the author wants you to believe or do? How do you know? What evidence does the author use to support his or her opinion? What type of language does he or she use for emphasis or description? Okay, you know what I'm gonna do, right? You know what I'm gonna use, right? I'm gonna use one of the big articles that Manya wrote on the community tab. I'm using one of those. There are 3 principal assignments in this course: the op-ed, short speech, and the speech presentation evaluation. These will provide the opportunity to apply the rhetorical skills you have learned. The first 2 assignments will be done in stages: topic selection, brainstorm, and outline, first draft and final draft. With each step, you will incorporate the concepts you have applied to your analysis and your writing. Assignments module. Module 1, choose your topic, the op-ed, brainstorm on the op-ed, draft 1, the module, choose your topic, the speech. Please note that your final speech is due 1 month before course close in order to allow for you and your peers to grade each other's work. Course policy on generative AI. Ooh. You may not submit work as your own that comes directly from AI sources. However, it is probably futile and perhaps unwise to prohibit the use of AI programs such as ChatGPT as one resource for this course among many others. Here are some warnings and liabilities. I feel like you should prohibit it. I feel like that's okay. You're the professionals. Any work produced by AI or by a large language model such as ChatGPT will not offer an argument that you have invented and elaborated. Its argument will be derivative, not original. It will not carry your own core convictions nor directly reflect your own values and judgment. If you ask it to do so, it will do so imperfectly. Using these tools for anything but mundane tasks can reduce your own power of judgment. It limits your ability to discern what is factually true and to decide what the best course of action is. These programs have no ethos, no ethical center, and they do not use emotion or invoke feelings in ways that a good writer or orator does. Since AI and large language models work by scanning texts that are already available, including text already generated by AI, yes, thank you, the result seems expansive, but in terms of rhetoric is limited and may, like copying a document repeatedly, introduce errors, reduce sharp focus, and lessen impact. The style of writing that results from AI and large language models is an average of what has been fed into them. The style is flat and undistinguished. It rarely ever uses metaphors, figures of speech, or new memorable phrases, or uses them accurately. It may seem clear and may be free of grammatical errors, though not always, but it is bland. Please be aware that many authors and publications have multiple lawsuits pending against various companies that provide AI services. That's correct. You may experiment with AI-generated text, but please do so critically, with caution, and with the conviction that the essence of good rhetoric is like following a healthy, nutritious diet? Why would you use that as the... Okay. Do not accept food made only from high-processed and artificial ingredients run through machines. Instead, create a meal from scratch, select each dish with care, and even go to the garden to gather what is ripe. That is I hate that analogy, but okay. So let us say that you elect to use AI or a program such as ChatGPT as a resource, something to supplement your thought. As a resource, it will only be as good or as incomplete as your own prompt or question. You may then wish to refine your question or prompt, and then you will need to check everything in response. There may be factual errors or key omissions. These programs are fallible and incomplete. The style will be, as noted above, mediocre, at best an average of whatever AI or program has scraped off its available sources. The internet, certain published books, not all, certain articles, not all, etc. It will not be original. It will not carry a personal voice, which is the essence of the best writing and speaking. It cannot present what it has not already seen in some form. So while there may be initial help in getting off the ground, these resources cannot fly the plane for you unless you simply want to be a passenger, and you're probably going to crash. But in that case, you have relinquished your inventiveness, originality, and even your own free will. Technology serves people only if people direct it, refine it, and employ it with conscious judgment that is already well informed. Okay. Choose your op-ed topic. All right, we're gonna pick our topic next time because it's almost 4. And I don't want to kill my voice. So I'm going to stop there. We've almost been live for 2 hours. We'll start a little bit earlier tomorrow. I'll be live on Low Energy Videos as well, talking Final Fantasy, and I'll be live on Dapper's channel later today. I gotta go clean my kitchen so I can make Rice Krispie squares later. That's really loud. Sorry. I'm gonna make Rice Krispie squares later. I'm gonna go be on Dapper's channel later, and then I will be back a little bit early tomorrow so we can go a little bit longer. But we're gonna choose the op-ed topic tomorrow. So if you have any suggestions for the op-ed topic, let me know in the comments down below, or bring some suggestions with you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me. We're that much closer to our bunny suit, and potentially getting this verified as we get to the... I don't want to buy this until I get to the end of it. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm gonna get out of here. I will see you tomorrow, and also later today. Okay, bye! Dapper's at 9 p.m. my time.
"20 big bottles of booze."
1 bottle of booze.
Yay!